Hello Pisces, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here. We're going to dive right in. And let me also just say thank you to all of those of you who have subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate your support and your reciprocity. To those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I'm very happy to have you here. Just bear in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, here we go for Pisces. Just one card coming out. Wow, you're getting honoring the path, and you're getting deserving on the bottom of the deck. And you know, whenever we gosh, Pisces, a lot of your readings lately have been talking about self-worth, and just that, you know, self-worth is not something that we really can question. It is something that is really apparent with every breath that we take. You are a living, breathing miracle. And when we have that sort of established, once we establish that within ourselves, that like, I'm not going to question whether or not I'm worthy, and I'm not going to let anyone or anything cause me to return to a state of questioning it. It isn't a question. It is a fundamental truth, really, that I am worthy. Once I come to that space, then I have maybe an easier time prioritizing myself, making my own happiness, my own stability, my own strength, my own capacity to follow my dreams and to open up to receive the love that I deserve, the abundance that I deserve, the peace that I deserve, the joy that I deserve. That's what this is talking about. It's talking about operating from a platform of I am worthy, which, you know, as we've established, isn't really something that's questionable. People will try to make you question it. And why do people do that? Why do they? They do it because they themselves feel unworthy. And the only way that they feel they are more worthy, so they themselves question their own worth and probably feel unworthy. So their goal is to be more worthy than you. And how do they do that? They do that by judging you, by saying, I'm better than you. I'm morally more better than you. I am smarter than you. I am better looking than you. I am this than you. I am that than you. And how do they impress that upon you without, if someone came to me and said all those things to me, I would be like, okay, no. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely not. But people don't come out directly and say that. What they do is they reject you. What they do is they breadcrumb you. What they do is they disclude you. What they do is they stand in front of your face and whisper back and forth and make you wonder, are they talking about you? Are they, you know, do you have something on your face? Do they have some kind of knowledge that you just don't have about you? They judge you, they put you down, they reject you, they do this, they do that. And all of those things, if you internalize them, will cause you to say, is it me? Am I just like, do I have some work to do? Is it even possible for me to like overcome this? Society does it in a million ways. In every commercial on TV, it's trying to sell you an aspirational life. It's trying to sell you like, you know, if you don't have this car, but your neighbor has this car, then your neighbor is more worthy than you. So you better go and buy this car. You know, look at social media. This guy's on vacation in Hawaii. Look how great he is. Oh, you can't afford a vacation? Oh, if you're lucky, you're going to get a staycation this summer. Well, this person's obviously clearly more worthy than you because they're in Hawaii and you're praying for a staycation. Every message that you're getting, this is why I don't watch TV. It's just not healthy for me. You know, and I would argue that it's really not healthy for many people. I think there are aspects about it. I think there are good things. I have a lot of friends who are actors and actresses who would like to stay employed. You know, I photograph theater. But the thing is that, you know, we have it so crazy, you know, in this world. And part of the basis, the core seed belief of that is this question of worthiness. And if we can eradicate that, if we can see beyond how other people are trying to make us feel and how society is trying to make you feel, and we can get okay with ourselves, we can get ourselves to a place where our validation comes from within. I feel good about what I'm doing, therefore it validates me. I feel a sense of fulfillment about the life I live. I feel that I'm in a relationship where I love and receive love in return, where I feel supported, where I feel seen, where I feel heard. And I'm able to provide that for my partner. You know, it begins, all of those things begin just with you. That's why the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles are so critical and so important. Because if you reach that before you try to establish emotional contentment with another person, or, you know, building something of value with another person, you already find that value within yourself and that validation within yourself and that emotional contentment and that love within yourself, then you are a powerful partner. And sometimes when you're able to find all those things within yourself, it is hard to find a partner. It is hard to find another person because they're out there in society too, and they are surrounded by people who are trying to cut them down, and the same commercials that could affect you, they're seeing those too. And there's all kinds of messaging. I mean, men really, you know, they're having a rough time right now because everybody kind of blames them for things. You know, everybody's like, well, you know, this is a misogynistic world and the patriarchy and this and that. And it's like, you know, there are a lot of good men out there who are literally just trying to, you know, earn a living and make a contribution and, you know, be good people too. You know, but when we do these like gross sweeping stereotypes across, you know, gender, across any of these things, and we put blame does not help any situation. It doesn't. Questioning your worth does not help any situation. You know, none of those things do. So this really, Pisces, is about, it's an energy of, I know I am worthy, therefore I am prioritizing myself and my own needs and my own cup first. It's that old, well, I don't know how old it is, but put the oxygen mask over your face first and then help everybody else. It's that, and that's this energy right here. You know, all right, I'm gonna leave that there. But it's where you're at, Pisces. This is what has to happen for you to move to the next cycle, or this is what is happening that is beginning the next cycle in your life. And it is one of abundance. You can see that from these two cards. You have a field of flowers, a castle, and you have her holding, I'm reading this as a bunch of wheat, which wheat is associated with the Empress, and it is talking about abundant harvest, right? So let's see what else. Pisces, I feel very strongly that you have a massive relationship coming in. For some of you, can this be a past person coming back around? Yeah, but for a lot of you, there are a lot of energies in this deck. I mean, look how thick it is. A lot of these cards are challenging, okay, and are full of obstacles and talk about fear. And if you look at the cards you have, this energy is touching and affecting everything. And this energy is just asking you to accept that you are worthy, and for you to know that, and for you to operate from that space, and by doing so, making yourself the top priority in your own life. When you do that, it seems that what you are attracting is an inspirational relationship. It literally says on here, learning from each other. And that means that the person that you're attaching to, or the person that you just have this card called attached, but the person that you're connecting with has as much to offer the situation as you do. Like, you both can learn and grow from each other. You also have heart, honesty, good intentions, oyster, positive thinking, and having faith. This card is really giving me the energy of, I know my person is out there. I know what I'm looking for is available. I just haven't come across it yet. Then you have the seashell, communication, physical or telepathic. This is obviously, I feel, a very deep soul connection between two people who are honest and have really good intentions, and who are established in their own way, in their own life themselves. And then you have attached, your souls are bound together in some way. This is definitely a soulmate connection. This is definitely something that feels very meant to be, and something that feels like it extends beyond probably this lifetime, right? Okay, so let's dive deeper. Oh my gosh, Pisces, didn't you get a card just like exactly like this yesterday? I think it said loyalty or like reliability or something like that. Okay. I just want to tell you that oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, I guess that was on my members channel. There was a Wolverine card that a lot of people, I feel like, related to in that reading on the membership channel. So for those of you who are members and watch that and related to that, this may be some kind of sign or confirmation. This fell in my lap upside down. For some of you, you are getting out of or have gotten out of a relationship with someone who is deceptive. I feel like this person hasn't completely left your energy or hasn't completely let go of you. Or it can be where you were in it like a narcissistic relationship, or a relationship with someone who is deceptive or not trustworthy, and there's still a little bit or of that energy, like it may still be in your thoughts a little bit, or you may be trying to release it completely and let go of it, healing from it at this time. It can also be where this person is still sort of spying on you, or is still sort of wanting to know what's going on. Keep in mind, this is all ends of the spectrum, right? So it may have been someone who ghosted you. It may have been someone who really left without a proper explanation. And it may have also been someone who's, as drastic as a narcissist, you know what I mean? But their energy is still here. This literally fell into my lap upside down like that. So it's just letting me know that there is someone else out there besides this relationship. It could be someone who may be watching, who may try to come back in and make a move if they feel there's someone else introduced into the scene here. But this is someone who's coming. Their timing is perfect. You have this double rainbow, divine intervention. Divine intervention, it can be protection. It can be, you know, where one thing that we really thought we wanted to work out didn't work out, and then in walks something that makes us understand why that didn't work out, because it's so much better, or because it's healthy. It may point out by the nature of its being the toxicity of something past, even if it was a soulmate. You have this moose card, and it says powerful, it says imposing, powerful, independent, time alone, attitude is everything, calm, cool, and collected. This energy is kind of giving me this energy. It's kind of like, you know, moose are huge. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one. I haven't, but I have friends who have, and have, like, I have a lot of friends in Vermont, and there are moose in Vermont, and like, they've posted them on Facebook, or they have just said, like, oh my gosh, you know, it's huge. And it's not that you need size or you need anything to be, you know, secure, or to be, you know, able to be really independent. But what it is you need security and stability. And when you're kind of the largest land mammal in your area, you know, I feel like that is some form of stability or some form of security. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy I get from the moose. Like, I wouldn't want to meet one, you know, on foot in the woods, you know? But it's kind of, it's this energy of, I don't need anyone. I don't need anything. Like, I am enough. I have it all within me, you know? And it's a very powerful energy. And a lot of people, when they come across an energy like that, are really threatened by it and really intimidated by it. And, you know, they will try to bring it down. But I feel with this moose that the moose isn't even worried. They're not even concerned. So then you have this Wolverine, and it says fierce, unpredictable, wild, power struggles, assertive, possessive, determined, elusive. The strongest energy that I get from this is the determined energy. And it's like, it almost feels like, Pisces, you have embodied an energy that is, you know, independent and strong. And it feels like there is someone who you've either met, and they keep trying to make things work out with you, or to have things work out with you, or to, like, you know, gain access to you in some way, like access to your heart or your thoughts or time with you or whatever, or this person's coming. And it's interesting because, like, with this, you have learning from each other, and with this, there is obviously something to learn. And it feels like, you know, one person survives by doggedly pursuing something, it feels like this Wolverine is often acting off in instinct. Like, I instinctively know, Moose, that you're my soulmate, and I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to persist, and I'm just going to keep trying. And I may not come at you directly, or I may not just come to you and be like, I think you're my soulmate, like, let's try this thing out. But I'm going to try. I'm just going to keep coming back, and I'm going to keep chipping it away until your attention is on me, and I have this opportunity to, like, get to know you, and for you to get to know me, and so we can find out why, you know, my instincts are telling me that there's a deeper level connection there. With the dog, it says very supportive friend, faithful companion, loyalty, devotion. This really feels to me, for some of you, we've been talking a little bit about soul groups and, like, calling in your soul group. And it does feel that way for me a lot, Pisces. You know, when you're in this energy of the moose, and you're just not going to give time or energy to those people that are going to make you question your worth, or are going to not be reliable, or who have their own interests in mind and don't really care who they hurt or what happens along the way. I just feel like, Pisces, you're so secure in yourself at this time, or you are coming to that space where you just don't have time for that. You just don't even care. You're not even giving it your attention. And, you know, it could be that the Wolverine feels that way a little bit when they come to you, you know. But I feel like you do have quality people who do want to support you, who do see what you've been able to accomplish on your own, and either they admire it and want to emulate it, or they are there themselves. But it feels like you're coming into a time, I don't know if you guys can do this, but I can definitely do this. Like, you look back, and in certain years, like for me, 2010 was one. I made lots of friends in 2010 that I still have to this day. And they're some of my best friends. I don't know if it was the way the planets were aligned. I don't know if that was just a moment in time where I was like even being prepared for stuff that was coming. But like, there are different years in my life where it's like I made a lot of connections that have been really strong and have really mattered in my life. You know, everyone from my kids' teachers at school, to their principal, to, you know, coworkers, to just, it felt like almost everyone I met that year. Well, no, not everyone I met, but like I met a lot of people that I deeply resonated with then and still do. In fact, like one of my very, very, very best friends who's a Pisces, I met that year. It feels like one of those years for you. And it feels like this is a little bit this energy of divine intervention. It's like what comes to you, and it comes to you at the right time. And it feels like this is the right time for a lot of support to kind of surround you in the form of relationships and people. I think you have a very strong soulmate coming in, but I also feel the energy of a soul tribe for sure. And I think a lot of it is that you are coming across as someone who sort of has their stuff together, and you're not trying to do any harm to anyone else, and you're not open to people in relationships who do harm. You know, like, I hear this all the time from so many people. They'll have a friend, and that friend, and I've told you guys, this has happened to me. They'll have a friend, and then that friend has other friends, and the friends that friend has are the kind of people that talk about people instead of ideas, instead of concepts, instead of big things, instead of books they read, and you know, interesting cultural things, and you know what I mean, adventures and stuff like that. They'll sit and talk about people and judge people and point fingers, and they're the people who are, you know, if you have listened to, I believe it's like Roosevelt who gave the speech, The Arena, that Brene Brown talks about. And it's like, they're the people who sit in the arena. They're the narcissists. They're the psychopaths. They're the people who don't get in the arena because they're not brave. They can't risk failure. They can't, going into the arena means I may fail. I may like walk out of here looking like a fool. And the people in the arena typically have the energy of, like, if I leave looking like a fool, at least I learned something. At least I no matter what, the only way I fail is if I sit in the stands and don't get in the arena. It's typically the attitude of the people who get in the arena. I'm talking about the people who are friends with and kind of go between the people who sit in the arena and talk about other people and judge other people and say, oh my gosh, they're so foolish. If they would have done it like this or they would have done it like that. The armchair quarterbacks of the world, right? And they'll eventually, what you usually find out about those people, anybody that's trying to be a friend to everyone isn't a friend to themselves. And eventually that will catch up with them, because they're prioritizing everyone liking them over them liking who they are and being true to that. And so a lot of times you'll meet someone and you'll be like, well, they're so nice, but the people they hang out with on a regular basis are just awful. Well, no, that person is an enabler. That person is that person is part of that crowd. They aren't part of your crowd. You know what I mean? If you're not like that and you're seeking people who are not like that. And with this moose energy, there is like a very wise old soul in this moose that's coming across that's like, I'm really seeing things for who they are. And because I know I don't need anything outside myself, I'm not open to, you know, anything that is that or is associated with that. It's a harsh kind of stand to take, but there are a lot of people who are really attracted to it. You know, there are a lot of videos on YouTube of like, I'm 35 and I have no friends. I'm 32 and I have no friends. Those people are probably some of the most empathetic and compassionate people that there are. And trying to be friends with people out there that are the judgmental types or the this or the that, that are going to make them question their worth is too painful and too destructive and disruptive to their lives. And so they're choosing their own company. And honestly, like, if you do the work on yourself, it's pretty great to be by yourself. It's a kind of a luxury. And so there's sort of this energy with this moose of like, I'm not entertaining. I'm not out here looking for anything. Like I have it all. I have everything. I am not looking. I don't need anything from you. I don't need you to validate me. They're sort of the unfuckwithable person because they're so secure in themselves. And that's what I'm really getting from you, Pisces. And what happens when you get really seriously in that energy is that you're going to attract other people that are like that or are trying to be like that. And that's what it really feels like here. And it's kind of like, I'm not messing with anything that even smells a little bit funny right now. All right, so let's dive into this relationship. And let's get a look at what's in this person's headspace, heart space, and action intention. And what is in yours, and what the connection is between the two of you. All right, Spirit. What can you show me about Pisces person? Okay, headspace, we have the Three of Cups. Oh, heart space, the Seven of Swords. But it almost feels like the Eight of Cups. Okay, actions, intentions, Strength card. Oh my. Pisces, you're getting 2 cards for everything. Okay. Oh my gosh. I was literally trying to get 1 card and you guys got 2 or 3 for everything. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, so in your person's headspace, and this is, for some of you, I'm definitely sensing that this could be a past person coming back around, but for others of you, this may just be a soulmate that you haven't met yet in this life, okay? And so just take it as it resonates and just keep that in mind through everything that I say, all right? Apply it the way that it works for you. So with the 3 of Cups in someone's headspace, that can also obviously be some type of reconciliation. It can signify that there is a third party. I'm going to clarify all of these cards here. But with this energy, it is also someone who is really ready to celebrate. They're really ready to come together. They're really ready to experience something different than what they're experiencing now, maybe. Three of Cups. Can I get one more? Thank you. Wow. Oh yeah, see? I literally just said that. You have the Seven of Swords in the heart space, and it really looks like the Eight of Cups, and it gave me that feeling of the Eight of Cups, and then the Eight of Cups comes out in the head space. So this is someone whose head has already moved beyond where their heart is. Their heart is still... What I'm deeply sensing is this is someone, okay, if this is a third party situation, what is in this person's heart space is they're going to have to hurt somebody. They're going to have to betray somebody. They're going to have to pull their energy back from somebody. They cannot keep giving to three people. And so they're betraying themselves or someone else in the heart. This can be like if this person's in a relationship where they feel they're the type of person that doesn't want to quote unquote hurt anybody. And so they're kind of like, if I do what I want to do, what my mind wants to do, what my mind is telling me to do, then I'm going to have to hurt somebody. I'm going to have to hurt this person. I'm going to have to renege on promises that I made or things that I said or da-da-da-da-da. And it makes this person feel bad to walk away from something, okay? And this is a dilemma. There's a conflict in this person between their head and their heart right here. But I feel like if this person has already met you, or if you have already been together with this person, it's like this person knows that there's no one else for them. There's no one else that makes them feel this way, you know? And they're not, you know, when you find someone that, you know, you're compatible with, that you get along with, that you feel emotion for, and then you kind of break up, or whatever, life happens, or it fizzles out, or you stop working on it, or you stop giving to it, however it works, whatever it works, circumstances change, whatever. And then you go out there and you get with someone else and you're really high with hopes, and, you know, there's a great infatuation period or whatever. Ultimately, they're not that person. And we don't have that type of potential longevity with everyone. Not even everyone we're infatuated with. Not everyone we get a crush on. Not everyone we decide to engage with or get in some kind of relationship with. We just don't have that kind of capacity for long-term relationships with everyone. And it kind of feels like this person has either been in a relationship that's run its course, or they've sort of halfway pulled out of the relationship. Their mind is already with you, Pisces. I feel like that. Or if you don't know this person yet, their mind has already moved on. Their mind is already like, I'm ready to have good times. I'm ready to reconcile with a soulmate, if not from this life, then from another life. And with the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, it's like there is in this person's mind this energy of needing to walk away from something, or needing to walk. It can also be where, you know, Pisces, you got in a relationship with this person and you're embodying the energy of the moose, and you're like, I don't jack with anybody that even smells a little bit like they're disloyal. I just don't. And so this person knows, if I am going to be with Pisces, then what is required of me is to not be attached to these other situations. And, you know, Pisces, this isn't like, it's not like middle school or grade school or something where you're like, if you're going to be friends with me, you can't be friends with that person. It's not like that. It's just like, you know, my energy is sacred. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I prioritize myself and my own well-being, my own happiness, and my own stability, and I prioritize myself. And, you know, if being with you is going to put any of those things in jeopardy, I'm just not down for it. And so it's kind of, it's not like you're saying you can't be friends with that person, or you can't do this with that person, but also, you know, that is kind of a given. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if that is going to cost me any ounce of my peace, I'm not opening up to you. You know what I mean? So this person, they're working on it. They're doing something with the Eight of Cups. They're looking at everything in their life that isn't necessary and that isn't bringing them joy. And they're walking away from it. And the result of that is that it's giving them a lot more energy to plant more solid and stable seeds in their life and to master themselves. You have the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles to make progress, real meaningful progress in the material world with themselves. But it is requiring them to pull their energy back from anything that isn't bringing them extreme emotional contentment. And it can be, Pisces, that they're inspired by you, that they are like, okay, that is really working for Pisces. Maybe I'm going to apply that in my own life, or I'm going to give that a try myself. Or, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it can also be that, like, I know that I can't get with someone like that Moose, Pisces, if I don't do this. I know that Pisces isn't going to accept immature energy, or, you know, someone who's giving their energy away and all leaking energy to places and people that don't deserve it. All right, you have this 7 of Swords in the heart space. So we're going to clarify this now. This is with your person. Of course, you can always change your, I think some of you are dealing with somebody who's a third party situation. And the third party, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be another person. It can be work, it can be a situation, it can be their family, it can be their friend group. With the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles sideways, these are energies that are changing. You know, for some of you, this person may be with someone who, you know, manipulates them, like uses guilt trips on them to manipulate them. That makes them feel like they are disloyal or dishonest. We always have the right to change our mind about a relationship, right? We always have the right to say, hey, this isn't working for me anymore. That's why divorce is legal, you know, because it happens, right? And so it feels as though there is someone here who's kind of saying, like, either it's your fault that this hasn't worked out and you haven't put the work in and you need to stay here and put the work in. Which maybe this person has bought into that and has attempted to do that. And in so doing, is that right? They are betraying themselves and what their own heart desires with the 7 of Swords. For others of you, this is someone who is also getting out of a relationship with someone like this. And, you know, they're trying to heal where they have let themselves down, or where they have been misaligned with their heart in the past, or they've allowed other people to convince them of other things that have taken them away from what they really want. And it takes some time to put that sort of back together. It takes some time to sort of reconnect with our own heart space and get all of that out of our system, and really be able to hear what our heart is telling us again. And honestly, not even just really hear it, but believe it and act on it. You know what I mean? So this person's going through something kind of big as out of a past or an already established somehow relationship. Take it for, you know, apply it to your situation. And then you have the Strength card here, and the the 9 of Wands. I feel like this person is dealing with someone who doesn't want to let them go. I also feel like this person may be someone who typically is someone of pretty strong integrity, to where if they say they're going to do something or they make a promise, they really, really, really have to earn their way out of it. It's kind of like, I'll close this cycle out because we're at the 9, right? It's almost over. I'll close the cycle out when I'm satisfied that I have done everything that I can do and I can't do any more. And we move to the 10 of Wands, where it becomes overwhelmingly difficult to carry on, to keep doing it anymore. And with the action here, you have the Strength card, and this is where we overcome our lower vibrational tendencies. And this is where we take our own power back and we say, okay, I'm a sovereign being making decisions for myself, and this relationship is not fulfilling me, and that's all I need to know. I can walk away from it. You know, I'm allowed. I'm free. Okay, so let me clarify the Strength card. Wow, the Strength card clarified by the Strength card and the 3 of Wands. Yeah, so this person is definitely, I feel like they are, we have a 3 in the head, the heart, and the actions. So definitely for some of you, this is a third party reading. But it doesn't have to be for all of you. You know, 3s can also mean that you're being led together by a divine source. It can also be like where just the meaning of the cards. It doesn't always have to be that, but certainly with 3 showing up in this person's energy, it's like, you know, for some of you it definitely is a third party situation, but you would know that, you know, this isn't something where you're learning it in tarot. And keep in mind, don't get so attached to a tarot card reading that, you know, it's making or breaking your day. With the Strength card and the 3 of Wands, this is someone who has really considered what they want their future to look like. And they have made their decision about it. And now they're planning and they're strategizing how they're going to bring that into being. And they're making the plans to do it. And with the Strength card, they are pulling all of their energy and all of their resources back to put towards this. So the mind and the action are aligned. The only space here that we're struggling with is the heart. Honey Bex, can you take that out? And yeah, can you take that to the other room? You cutie potatoes, I love you. And you have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. When I said, you know, with the 3s, that could be the divine leading you and this person together. With Judgment, it can be, right? Judgment can be a reconciliation of soulmates, but it's also that energy of answering the call, of going, okay, you know what, intuitively, I feel that there is a very deep connection here with Pisces, or intuitively, I know that this is my person. Why I'm messing around with this, I think I was because either it's a reflection of how I felt about me at that time, or it's it is a combination of something that was meant to be in my life, but for a certain time, and I may have even held on to it for longer than I needed to, with the 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck in the heart space, right? It's kind of like I have either had trouble letting it go, or my integrity tells me, you know, I committed to this, I have to see it through kind of energy. And either way, it's led this person further away from themselves in the heart space, and it has caused this misalignment. And when our heart is misaligned with our head and our actions, it's uncomfortable. There's a conflict. And this is sort of, it's like this person is like, okay, you know, I'm being called in this direction and I'm going to act on that. And I believe my heart will follow. I honestly feel like this person really opened up to someone who wasn't necessarily trustworthy, or someone who was very insecure and has really worked hard to manipulate this person to get them into a space where they would stay even when they were not happy. Let me clarify the Hermit and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So Pisces, in your headspace, yeah, you have the Page of Pentacles and the Hermit, and you have this clarified by the Sun and the 6 of Swords with the Hangman. Honey, can you take that out? Hey, can you take Piggy out there, please? Please, little girl, you little cutie. This is telling me that you've learned a spiritual lesson and you have come to a place of peace with your past. with the Six of Swords, the Sun, and the Hangman, these are all cards that, you know, they're talking about clarity. They're talking about, I don't have any doubt. My mind is clear. I don't still have a lot of stuff running around. With the Hermit, it's like all of my energy is really focused on what I want and me alone. It's that moose energy. It's like, I have validated myself. I've come to a place of peace with myself. I'm not sitting here haunted by this happened to me, that happened to me, all of this. I'm just really focused on my wish fulfillment and my faith and trusting that everything is going to work out. Trusting that, remember whatever this card was, positive thinking and having faith. Yeah. That I'm going to find my person, or that if it's not this person, then they're out there and I'll find them. And that there are lots of fish in the sea, or there's more than one soulmate out there for me. It's kind of like the power of positive thinking and having a very clear mind, because we've come to a place of peace and acceptance with everything that's happened in the past. And as a result, it's like this was hard earned with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is an energy that where we have taken ourselves from very choppy waters mentally to a place of calm and a place of peace. And if you've ever had to do that in your life, you know how difficult it is. You're not sacrificing that just for anyone. You're not sacrificing that just for anything. You know, and you know, if you open yourself up to a relationship, the possibility that you'll have this happen to where you have to bring yourself back from a place of choppy waters to a place of you know, peace. And it's not just peace, it's also just clear mind. Like there's nothing nagging at me, there's nothing bothering me, there's nothing that is making me feel there's nothing that's making me feel, I don't know, you know, upset or distracted. I can achieve a lot. I can go a long way. I'm doing just fine. All right. In your heart space, Pisces, you have another Hangman energy, and you have the Tower in reverse. And so this is something where, okay, I'm going to say this like this. You know, sometimes when we look back on our past relationships, we sometimes feel like, oh, I was so madly in love back there. And it's interesting because love really is the part of the problem with everything is language. Because language seeks to label and contain and limit things. I mean, just really what the purpose is sort of flawed. I mean, we have to have it, obviously, but we use the word love for a lot of things that are not love. And with this Tower in reverse and the Hangman, this is like way enlightening energy. This is like transformational. This is like, whoa, my understanding of what love was, or, you know, it can even be self-love and worthiness, has been totally transformed. The Tower in reverse for me, and especially in the heart space, is something that's happening internal. It's a complete redoing of the structure of what we thought something was. It's come falling down, and it's come falling down on purpose, because we're about to build a new one that is built on a sturdy foundation, rather than this one that was built on a flawed foundation. So like, if you had a narcissist as a parent, or you had kind of a manipulative parent, or you had a super controlling parent, or you had an absent parent, you know, love may have felt like, okay, if I do everything perfect, and if I walk on eggshells, and if I'm perfect, then you're going to give me attention, and that's love, because that's our first experience from our parent. Or if we had a parent that abandoned us, I'm not worthy of love. My basis of love is that I am not worthy of it, because, you know, we are taught in society that the two people that are supposed to love you most in this entire world are your mother and your father. And if for some reason they don't, which happens quite frequently, actually, much more frequently than you would really even realize, because a lot of people are in denial about it for their entire life. But they're human beings, your parents, and they're not always capable of love, and they're not always capable of showing up. You know, not only did they not show up for you, but they didn't show up for your mother. Not only, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and you know, there has been historically a lot of undiagnosed mental illnesses. There have been a lot of, you know, this is sort of a common thing, you know. I hate to say that, and it feels like it's even getting more common, or just maybe even more acknowledged or talked about. But the thing is, there's something here where it's like, I'm realizing that whatever my foundation was for love led me into these relationships that I thought were love that turned out kind of not to be. But now with this hangman energy, I have dived in, you know. I've just sort of pulled myself out maybe of the relationship sector for a while, and I've taken a look at it, and I've gotten a new perspective on it, and I've allowed this old paradigm or this old belief system that I had about love to sort of fall. So let's clarify this energy. Don't let me tell you something about yourself that isn't true, or don't try to make something fit that doesn't work. Yeah, so, oh my God, my heart, Pisces. So you have the Five of Pentacles with the King of Wands and the Two of Wands, okay? And this energy here, and keep in mind, these roles are reversible. You know, if you feel this side is more you than this side, then take this side. Use your own intuition in every reading, okay? With the Five of Pentacles, there is some kind of scarcity mindset here that I feel at one time you stopped asking yourself, or they stopped asking themselves, but I'm doing you over here, so I'm just going to say that to keep it straight. What do I want? You were always so focused or worried probably about what the other person wanted, or what the other person needed, or, you know, how to please the other person, but you weren't asking yourself, you know, you weren't prioritizing yourself and your own self-love like you are now. You know, you can see that, or like as you're moving toward doing that now. With the Five of Wands, there's a poverty in the heart space. There's some unmet need here that is probably the foundation that had laid what this tower was standing upon. And it is either a fear of abandonment, a fear of intimacy, a fear of, you know, whatever. And we all, you know, like I said, it is really hard to hold on to your sense of self-worth in this world. True self-worth, you know, not projected confidence of course I am worthy. I'm talking about, I don't even need to talk about it because I just own it and I know it, and you know it when you meet me, because every cell of my being is in alignment with my own worthiness. That's what I'm talking about. With this King of Wands, the switch, the transformation, what is happening is we are prioritizing our own desires and going after what we desire versus going after trying to please someone else, going after trying to fill a hole and call it love, trying to meet a need that was never met for us and call it love. We're letting that go. We're filling it ourselves, and we're enabling ourselves to see more clearly and to then say, what I want is my top priority. And I'm going to let it guide me toward what is meant for me. With the Two of Wands, this is a significant moment of demarcation in your life where never again will you fall prey to the things that you fell prey to in the past, because your peace and your clarity and your Your own sense of self-worth won't let you. They won't let you risk it for something that isn't meeting you there. That is why we see the Justice, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. This is a pretty incredible energy. This is channeling some serious Libra energy. And I'm here for it as a Libra. But Pisces, you know, you are the Queen of Cups. You are this queen of emotion. You are this empathetic, compassionate being, fundamentally at the core of who you are. And when you are that emotional, empathetic, compassionate being, and you get sort of tossed and turned and beaten about by the ocean, where it's like you almost turn on it. You almost go, gosh, instead of this being a strength or this being a gift, this is the thing that's made me vulnerable. Trying to, you know, meet the needs of this energy, or trying to be this kind of person, or just existing as this kind of person in a world that we're like living in. You know, it's tough. It is tough. But it has made you so strong, because you have the Queen of Swords here. And this is an energy of, I have learned from every experience I have had. It has sharpened my sword. It has enabled me on so many other levels to see more clearly and to be more discerning and more decisive about what I will and will not tolerate in my life, what I will make space for, what I will let in, and what I will not let in. And with Justice, this is the foundation of every major decision that you make. Will I give you my phone number? Will I let you take me out? Will I ask you out? Will I, will I allow you to get to know me on any deeper level? Will I let you into my sacred space? Well, you're going to have to get through the Queen of Swords, because she's protecting my Queen of Hearts, my Queen of Cups in there. And if you're lucky enough to get there, then, you have run the gauntlet to get there. But you just don't get access and entry to it because you're cute or because you're charming. With the Ten of Pentacles, you're not accepting anything less. You're not entertaining anything less than, I see a real serious future with you. I see you putting in the effort. I see you showing up. I see you, your actions matching your words time after time after time after time after time. That's how you gain access to the Queen of Cups inside. This is good stuff, Pisces. Really good stuff. Wow. And there you go. Here comes your soulmate. Box, I dropped the card. Oh, there it is. All the way across the room it flew. Guys, go. I gave you bones. Go eat your bones. Go on. Well, that card was definitely worth hunting down. The good old Eight of Pentacles. Oh, my God. Pisces. You have the Lovers card on the bottom of the deck. I feel like here comes your divine match. Here comes your divine intervention. Here comes the universe going, hey, you know what, Pisces? That worked, what you did back there. And here is your soulmate showing up for you. The Eight of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles is saying you've done the work, and it's based on your own worthiness. With the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups, this is saying, like, first of all, I would be remiss if I didn't say that's the Ten of Cups, 6 plus 4. But it's an energy of saying, I don't even know how to put this, but it's like, even those rejections, even those things that have disappointed you, have let you down, have not shown up for you, have abandoned you, have rejected you, have whatever the case may be. With the Six of Cups covering the Four of Cups, there's this energy of, you have come to a place of peace with these things, and almost even have the ability to feel a sense of nostalgia for them, even the disappointments, even the things that didn't work out. And usually this energy comes around when we meet someone who makes it all make sense. We meet someone who shows us something so different than what we have experienced in the past, that we now feel joyful that those things did not work out. And with the 2 sixes here, you are definitely coming into harmony with something pretty spectacular. I can just say that. Now, the energy between you and this person was the Hierophant. So let's clarify the Hierophant. I don't know why I'm being guided to shuffle these cards. And actually, okay, I think I was being guided to shuffle the cards so I would look over here, because I'm feeling like grabbing one of these. I cannot even. You have completion. This is Sacred Soulmates deck. And in here, there is, you know, look at the cards. They don't look like that. This literally, Pisces, it feels like you're about to meet the person. This is the completion of your looking, the completion of this journey. If it is this person coming back from the past, if it is this new person coming in that's going to sort of make you go, oh yeah, okay, that's why those things didn't work out in the past, because the divine was intervening on my behalf. I don't know why that was so hard to say. And you have a need to trust in the divine plan at this time, regardless of the external. And this is a completion, and this is the Hierophant. Okay, now let me take the tarot. Wow, I just picked up the deck, and I had shuffled, remember? And the Queen of Cups is now on the bottom of the deck. So, Pisces, I'm just going to go ahead and... Jesus. Pisces, you cannot even make this shut up. Remember, in your heart space, there was the King of Wands? Well, now we have the Queen of Wands. We also have the Four of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. So you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups now just outright. The Pisces, that's huge for me always. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups coming out in a relationship. Historically, when I get that, like especially in a private reading, that person literally, like I'm thinking of this one person that I read for the longest time, and one day, in her reading, it came out Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and I said, "Oh my gosh, you're about to meet someone." And a week to the day later, she was at a bar with her sister and a friend, and she met this group of guys, and she could tell that this guy liked her, but she really wasn't. She wasn't feeling it. She wasn't into him. She's a Cancer, and then like he got her number. I think she did give him her number, but she was kind of like, didn't really have any high expectations, didn't really think it was going to go anywhere. And I'm pretty sure they're about to get married. They've been dating for, oh my gosh, like a year and a half. But I keep getting that feeling that they've moved in together. I feel like they're about to get married. Just my own intuition. But anyway, that's this energy of just, like, I don't know, you know, and she's so grateful and she's so happy, and like, she came back to me and told me all about it and was like, I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe the way that it worked out. But that's how it does work out. It just everything can change in like 1 second. you know, and she, you know, like wasn't looking for it really. Like, I don't think she believed me when I told her, you know, I get that a lot. But then it happens, and then you go, oh my God. So anyway, that's kind of the same feeling. You've got the Hierophant with the Four of Wands. Both of those cards can talk about marriage. You have the Ten of Cups. This is true emotional contentment with another person. You have the King of Pentacles. This is someone who's showing up ready to commit, whose actions and words, and they're all in alignment. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. You know, you've got, you know, several divine pairs. You had the Strength card coming out twice. You could be dealing with a Leo with all these Wands and Strength card. And you also had the Sun card. You could be dealing with the Libra. You had the Justice card and the Queen of Swords, both cards of Libra. You know, Pisces, this may be something that you just don't see coming with the Moon card. But maybe you do. Maybe intuitively you do. Look, even in the Moon, you got the Pisces. You know, and you've had the Hangman twice, the Moon card. Pisces. I just feel like there's confirmation on top of confirmation on top of confirmation. All right, let's see. Pisces, if you are dealing with a water sign, you are getting, I see life differently now. I am waiting patiently. I compare others to you. Second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. I don't react when people mention your name. If you're dealing with a fire sign, strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. I don't want to know. I have trouble with intimacy. Abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. You inspire me. And it's time for me to heal now. If you are dealing with an earth sign, you are getting, I won't let you down. You came closer than anyone. I hid who I really am from you. Passion. Try something you've never done before. Ouch. And I can't do this. Okay, I hate leaving it on a I can't do this. I think I literally just pulled a muscle trying to get that card. I know I messed everything up. They may feel like they can't fix it. Like they don't know how. If you are dealing with an air sign, I love you. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. We both know I'm not the one for you. Balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship, and just being near you is intoxicating. Pisces, I'm so excited for you. I hope this reading helps. I hope this brought you peace and clarity. Again, if this reading resonates, please like, share, and definitely subscribe. And gosh, guys, until next time, I send you off with all my very best. And thank you to all my members who came to another try at the Sip and Paint, especially Faith, who was with me from beginning to end. I appreciate you. I totally got in the zone and had no idea that an hour and a half passed. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I send you off with my very best. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.